celebrating Africa's rich cultural heritage.
Welcome to the major report from Abntv News from his correspondent office in Osogbo, Osun State, Nigeria. My name is Oluwakemi Tadeshe. Here is the headlines. Reaction thrills President Muhammadu Buhari's second time's bid. As voters' registration continues in the state of Osun, government declares Monday as public holiday for the eligible citizens of the state to register. Explosion rocks a supermarket in More, Ile-Ife, claims a life. Now the news in full. Several reactions have trailed the second-time declaration of President Muhammadu Buhari. Some people were of the opinion that President Muhammadu Buhari has the right under the Constitution to contest, while some Nigerians said he needs to step aside because of his health condition and age. Those who spoke with Abntv news correspondents have this to say.
Well, he has every constitutional right to declare his intention, but the decision of the next election revolves on the electorate. The electorate has the power to either vote in me or not. That's the first thing. He has every constitutional right to declare his intention.
My view concerning the declaration of President Muhammadu Buhari to run for a second time, I think that has been a very good decision. It's superb. Superb. So it has been a very good thing for President Muhammadu Buhari to run for a second time this time around, so as to be able to complete most of his viable projects that has been in existence since he has come to the power in Nigeria. So my own personal view, for him to run for second time, I'm very much support of that, and I even wish him the best of luck in all his endeavor, because of so many things that President Muhammadu Buhari has done for Nigerians. You know, if anybody is running a government the way President Muhammadu Buhari is running it, there is every tendency for everybody that want to continue the previous way they are running this government to be saying that President Muhammadu Buhari does not even want of continue for the second time. If they are tackling corruption the way they are tackling it, be expecting corruption to fight back. So those who are enjoying in the corrupt practice, they may want to say that they don't want President Muhammadu Buhari to continue. But as far as I'm concerned, look at this thing I'm holding. This is tab that he has provided for Empower beneficiaries. So I'm one of the beneficiaries. How will I not wish him to continue in the power? If I want to buy this, I know how much they are selling in the market, and there is, for me, I cannot afford it. But for somebody that have even will for good things for Nigerians, how can somebody be saying President Muhammadu Buhari should not continue in office? Let him continue. That condition, that situation for him to continue is a very good idea and a superb one. Thank you.
Everybody is entitled to his own opinion, and this is a matter of franchise. Buhari has right to vote and be voted for. He has not been disenfranchised. He has the right to declare himself that he wants to contest. So there's no problem about that at all. To me, I'm okay with it. So let other people that are interested to contest also come out to show their intention. So that's my own view.
Well, no one would like to leave a position of power unless he gets defeated, and that is it. So for Buhari to go for the second time, there's no crime in it. Let him go and face the challenges.
I just think on his own case is that he's trying, but he did not have a good support beside him. Somebody that can advise him, this is how he's supposed to do, this is what he's supposed to not to do. You know, his eyes cannot see everything. But depend on people that they are with him, that will say, let's go to this side, let's do this way. I think so. Then the second thing is about his health. If he can go for good medical checkup, so that there will not be any time, maybe he will travel, will leave the office. I think he's okay. If he can do all that, there's no problem for him to go for second time.
It will be recalled that President Muhammadu Buhari declares his intention for a second-time bid. This was made known on Monday at the All Progressive Congress Secretariat in Abuja. The meeting, which rejected tenure elongation for the APC chairman, Chief John Odige Oyegun, and other members of the National Working Committee, granted them waiver to recontest if they wished. Present were the Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, Senate President Bukola Saraki, Speaker House of Representatives Yakubu Dogara, and all APC governors, including Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola of Osun State, Governor Akinwumi Ambode, and many others. There was a pin-drop silence as the president made his declaration, which he said was in response to the people's clamor for him to recontest. President Muhammadu Buhari's decision to contest another term in office was received with mixed feelings across the country. While many people said he has the right to contest, others said his failed health and alleged performances during his current tenure were enough to warrant his stepping down for another candidate in his party. Governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC) in Abia State in 2015 general election, Dr. Iyerere Iyem, while reacting to Buhari's declaration, said the president deserved a second term in office to correct what he described as PDP's 16 years mistake in Nigeria. Iyem said the president has done well if one takes into account the poor state of affairs when he came into power. In his own reaction, the Ekiti State Governor, Chief Ayodele Fayose, said Nigeria does not deserve President Muhammadu Buhari as a leader in 2019, noting that Monday's declaration of re-election bid by President Muhammadu Buhari is an admission that is dead on arrival. Meanwhile, the Senate leader, Senator Ahmed Lawan, the All Progressive Congress representing the Yobe North, has described the former declaration by President Muhammadu Buhari to seek re-election in 2019 as a welcome department in line with the aspiration of the people. Minister of Finance, Mrs. Kemi Adeosun, has refused to approve the payment of $16.9 million fee to 2 lawyers for recovery of Abacha loot worth $321 million. Mrs. Kemi Adeosun wrote a strongly worded letter to President Muhammadu Buhari raising objection to the payments. Meanwhile, the recovered sum has been repatriated to Nigeria by the Swiss government following the execution of the Memorandum of Understanding between the two countries for the judicious use of the recovery. Also, Swiss lawyer hired by federal government since 1999 to work on recovering Abacha loot has finished the exorbitant leg of the job since 2014, when Mohammed Bello Adoke was the Attorney General of the Federation. Marufeni has also been paid his fee by the federal government. He recovered many money, was then domiciled with the Attorney General of the Switzerland, pending the signing of MOU with Nigerians to avoid the issues of accountability around previous recoveries. Meanwhile, the Minister of Information and Culture, Lahi Mohammed, has said the federal government would very soon release another list of looters. Alhaji Lai Mohammed, who made this known while speaking with journalists in Ilorin, Kwara State capital, North Central Nigeria, stated that no intimidation from any quarter will stop the federal government from releasing the list. According to the minister, the federal government is not going to ask anybody not to go to court, but is also telling them that they should re-examine themselves. He added that many people that Nigeria did not suspect partook in the national looting. Nigeria has reacted recently on the view that President Muhammadu Buhari is saying he will be glad to grant any insurgent amnesty if they are ready to lay down their arms. Professor Laji Ribamishayemi, head of Department of Political Science at Obafemi Awolowo University, and Professor Femi Mimiko, a lecturer at the same institution, shared their various views on it. Let's hear from them.
But in the theories of conflict resolution, every alternative that can resolve holy-body, hanky-panky, or crisis can be applied for the sake of eliminating such ugly situation. On the basis of this, one may begin to think whether by granting these evil people, satanic people, by granting them amnesty, is that not an indulgence? Are we acting at the right time and using the right application? These are the burning questions. But if nobody is very happy for what is happening in the country, whenever I hear or read something about Boko Haram, I'm always very afraid. And at times I put my position into the position of those in the Northeast, that if such calamity can be befalling them every day, then there must be a surgical operation. Something must be done drastically to remove. If and under if, I want you to underline that, if granting them amnesty will put an end to all this mess, who am I to say no?
It's this stage that it is the appropriate thing to do for a number of reasons. Number one, if you give a terrorist group amnesty at the drop of your hat, you'll probably be inviting others with a similar tendency to set on that path. I think what the government should do is to recognize and address the fundamental issues that brought about the phenomenon of terrorism as we know it in Nigeria, i.e. issues of poverty, issues of deprivation, lack of education, shrinking opportunities, especially for the youth. We must have a holistic program of addressing all of those issues. If we do not, even if we try to put down one form of terrorism, other forms of challenges to national security will emerge, maybe from the same theater or from different theaters. That said, I also believe that when you have a terrorist organization, the appropriate approach is to, while addressing the fundamental social issues that gave reason to that insurgency, but also to apply the military option, pound the terrorists so well or very well, such that they will be the ones requesting and calling for some form of negotiations. It is when you get to that you then hold the aces and then be able to impose the type of peace that you desire.
As Osun State prepares for the election, which comes up on the 18th of September this year, Osun State INEC advises eligible citizens to come out in masses for their registration, which has started on 11th of this month. According to the state INEC, those who will be allowed to register their names and vote will be the citizen from age 18 and above. Meanwhile, Osun State government has declared Monday as public holiday for the workers in the state, which will enable them to register and collect their permanent voters' cards. Osun Police Command is set to beef up security of life and property across the nook and cranny of the state, as there is no room for any criminal to carry out their innocuous activities. Commissioner of Police in the state of Osun, Mr. Olafimihon Adioye, stated these while addressing the officials of banks in the state during the meeting held at the state command in Osogbo, the state capital. He said the police officer are at the top of the gear to comb the state in order to check any form of criminal activities in the state. He speaks further.
To just enhance the status of security in the state, so we are meeting with the relevant stakeholders. Today's meeting was with the bankers. We want to see how we can further deepen the relationship between us and the bankers as a way of enhancing the security of the banks. The one we had today was for banks. No, it's a regular thing that we normally do, and no, we have a forum for other stakeholders too, like the Eminent Persons Forum. We have the PCLC. We have the Herdsmen Farmers Forum. We have the forum for even market women. We have forum for students and the police. So it's just one of the avenues of ensuring that the people participate in the security of their communities.
It was a sad incident as the pharmacy store and supermarkets exploded recently at More Ile-Ife in Osun State, which claimed a life, according to an eyewitness who said the incident happened around 10 p.m. when everyone was asleep. The son of the owner of the shop said he was in shock when he heard the sad news because there was no explosive item that can explode in the shop. He speaks further.
When the incident happened, we are not around. We are closing on Saturday night. We are traveling to on the way going. All entered that our shop collapsed at once. Okay, as we rush back from Osogbo, come Ife here, they say there's one man that's been wounded. They are carried to the general hospital. On getting there, we saw that his brother to our father laying the bomb inside, and then the bomb crashing. The man has dead.
So I was asleep when I heard the sound. So it's just like a thundering to me. So I do not count it to something until the people in the house and need to know everything now. Telling me that things has happened.
And on business news, Royal Dutch Shell said it has completed this investment worth around $22.3 billion in the period of 2016 to 2017 out of this 3-year and $30 billion divestment program. According to the Shell 2017 sustainability report released recently, some of the company's interests sold include Australian Energy Company, Worldside Petroleum, majority of the oil side interest in Canada. Also, some UK North Sea assets is an onshore stream operation in Gabon and currently is upstream business in Ireland. Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency Director General Dr. Kuku Peterside has vowed to stem the tide of criminality on the terrestrial waters, develop human capacity, ensure safety of vessels, remove waste, and mitigate pollution. Peterside, who spoke with newsmen recently, assured indigenous ship owners and international community that NAMASA would ensure the safety of their vessels' crew and cargoes to foster shipping business and trading. He urged the firms to use the waterways well or face the law, adding that the pollution must be tackled to make the waterways cleaner. He expressed the pleasure that the general environmental issues were not considered by some oil and gas firms in the country. Peterside pledged that the agency's support for the public and private partnership model to facilitate effective treatment of ship-generated waste. And on foreign thing, Brazil former President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has spent his first night in jail on corruption conviction as he has hoped future protests and court decision would free him. What says the imprisonment of Lula Brazil's first working class president, has thrown the October presidential election wide open as he leads the race in open polls. However, the report adds that his conviction will likely bar him from running. It was also gathered that this week, the Supreme Court in Brazil might re-examine its own 2016 ruling that said the condemned would begin serving prison sentences if their conviction was upheld on the first appeal, the decision that made it possible for a Brazilian judge to order Lula jail. Meanwhile, the report has revealed that if the ruling could reverse, the former president could be fed. Elsewhere, after days of President Donald Trump's aggressive public speaking against immigration concerning Mexico, Mexican President Enrique Nieto has delivered a stern response to the U.S. counterpart, telling him that nothing and no more stand above the dignity of Mexico. The 5-minute-long speech of the Mexican president was delivered in Spanish and posted in the video on the President Nieto Twitter handle the same day. Donald Trump detailed his plan to deploy 2,000 to 4,000 U.S. troops to the southern border with Mexico until the completion of his long-promised war. According to the Mexican president, if President Donald Trump of U.S. wishes to reach agreement with Mexico, he stands ready, as the Mexican government has always proved until now. Meanwhile, North Korea has promised the United States that it is ready to discuss the future of the nuclear arsenal when the two nations' leaders meet. According to the reports, U.S. officials noted that preparation for the summit have included secret, direct talks with North Korea. U.S. and the North Korean intelligence officials are also said to have spoken many times and met in a third-party country. The unpredicted summit is slated to happen in May, and it will be the first time a sitting U.S. president has met the leader of North Korea. It could be recalled that the North Korean has already told South Korea that it was prepared to address the no declaration that this is the first time assurance has been given to U.S. directly concerning the North Korean nuclear program. And on sports news, Nigerian international striker Obafemi Martins has successfully undergone injury in United Kingdom, UK on his ruptured quadriceps tendon. The Shenzhen forward sustained the injury in action for Shushan in Asian Champions League against Kashima Antlers, which ended 2-2 in the midweek. The injury has ruled Martins out of a possible call-up to the Super Eagles for the 20 FIFA World Cup in Russia in June, as he will be out for up to 7 months. Barcelona coach Josep Bartomeu has apologized to fans worldwide after being eliminated from the Champions League on Tuesday. Barcelona club was defeated by their counterpart Roma with 3-0. Bartomeu further apologized to the fans, most especially to those who traveled to watch the match between Barca and their counterparts. Before we end the news, here again headlines. Reaction thrills President Muhammadu Buhari's second time's bid. As voters' registration continues in Osun State, government declares Monday as public holiday for eligible citizens of the state to register. Explosion rocks a supermarket More in Ile-Ife claims a life. The news was packaged by Bukola Olushola and delivered by Oluwakemi Tadeshe. Thanks.
celebrating Africa's rich cultural heritage.